there are only two transactions in growing one's money. Okay? It's either one gets into a buy type of investment or into a lend type of investment. Ano ho ang pagkakaiba? Ulitin ko, meron lang dalawang transaksyon ng pera kung gusto nyo magpalago ng inyong pera. It's either meron kayong binibili or meron kayong pinapautang. Ano ho ang pagkakaiba ng dalawa? If you are into the lend type of investment, ang inyong goal, ang ninanais nyo ay magkaroon ng regular income or kita. The benefit under a lend type of investment is commonly called an interest. The interest usually is fixed, guaranteed, kadalasan yung principal insured. Kaya maaring familiar kayo, kayong 74% na naglalagay sa bangko, PDIC insured ang inyong pera sa bangko, yung principal. Ano ang proseso? The process is you have to lend and you should be able to collect. The risk is lower. That's why you can only expect 1% to 8%. There is still a risk. Yung risk na yung borrower maaaring hindi magbayad o hindi mabigay yung interest o yung kita na inaasahan nyo. How about in the buy type of investment? In the buy type of investment, your goal is not ay hindi para kumita, kundi magkaroon ng capital growth or paglago. Ang benepisyo dito, hindi po tinatawag na interest. Kadalasan or mas tamang tawagin na ito ay tawagin na gain or paglago. Hindi po siya fixed, it's not guaranteed, and most definitely not insured. The process is simply buy low at sana mabenta nyo sa mas mataas na halaga. Malaki ang risk sa buy type of investment compared sa lend type of investment. That's why you can expect higher returns of 10% to 20%. Ang risk dito, yung halaga ng inyong pera, maaring bumaba. Yung halaga ng inyong binili, maaring mas mababa sa panahon na inyong binili ito sa mas mataas na halaga. Naging baliktad. Imbis na buy low, sell high, you bought it at a high price and sold it at a low price. Dahil kailangan nyo na ibenta. Para sa mas talyadong simulation, if for example, humiram mo ako sa inyo ng 10,000 piso at pinangako ko na ibabalik ko after 10 years, at sa panahon na hinihintay mo mabalik ko yung 10,000 piso, I promise to give you 800 pesos every year. Lend type investment yan, following yung sample natin kanina na ang goal nyo magkaroon ng kita na regular 800 pesos every year. Ang benepisyong nakukuha nyo, ang tawag ay interest, yun ang benepisyo. Dahil ang ibabalik sa inyo after 10 years is the same amount of 10,000 pesos. Yung kita na 800 pesos is already fixed. Hindi na po siya tataas, hindi na po siya bababa. Tinawag siyang guaranteed dahil I promise na ibalik ang pera at kasama doon 800 pesos every year. Obviously, ang proseso, nagpahiram kayo at dapat makakolekta kayo. In this example, ang may expect nyo is within 1 to 8%. Yung 800 pesos is 8% of 10,000 pesos. Ano ang risk dito? After 1 year, maaaring magbayad ako ng 800. On the second year, maaari ako magbayad ulit ng 800. But on the third year, hindi na ako nakapagbayad. On the fourth year, naglaho na. Ibig sabihin yung nanghiram sa inyo, hindi nyo na makikita. So, meron pa rin hong risk sa lend type of investments. Doon sa example ko, bago nyo ako pinahiram ng 10,000 pesos, kinuha nyo muna at pinarenda ang aking relo na mahigit sa 10,000 piso. Na kung sakaling ay default or hindi ako makapagbayad ng aking utang, meron kayong pwedeng ibenta na kahit papaano mabawi yung pinahiram nyong pera. Still, even if there is some form of insurance dahil kinuha nyo ang aking relo, at the time that you sold my watch, you may only sell it for 5,000 pesos. 2 beses lang ako nakapagbalik ng 800 pesos a year, a total of 6,600 pesos. malayo pa doon sa original na binigay nyo 10,000 pesos. So, again, miski na sa lend type of investments, meron pong risk na kalakip o kasama. Paano naman sa buy type of investment? Buy type of investment, for our demo purposes, halimbawa, inalok ko sa inyo ang aking computer, laptop, at binili nyo ng 10,000 pesos. Parehong amount doon sa example natin sa lend type of investment. Sinabi ko sa inyo that I can project or estimate that after 10 years, yung laptop ay pwedeng yung mabili o maibenta anywhere from 80,000 to 120,000. Investigate before investing, sabi nga ni Mr. Francisco Colayco sa kanyang financial literacy, dapat tanungin nyo kung bakit at paano mapapalago o maaaring lumago yung originally 10,000 pesos na ma-estimate after 10 years pwedeng mabenta ng 80,000 to 120,000. Hindi na ako doon I will not delve into that. For example, acceptable yung reasons why and how the 10,000 can grow to 80,000 to 120,000. Yon ang inyong ginawa, binitawan nyo ang inyong 10,000 piso. After 2 years, tinanong nyo kung magkano na ang halaga ng computer na pinili nyo ng 10,000 pesos, maaari kong sabihin or depende kung ibebenta nyo na after 2 years na yung computer ay mabebenta lang ng 5,000 pesos. Kayo ba ay nalugi or kumita? Ang sagot, hindi pa. Because in the buy type of investments, you only earn or lose money when you sell your ownership in that buy type of investments. After 5 years, tinanong nyo kung magkano mabebenta ang computer na nabili ng 10,000 pesos 5 years ago. Kung ito ay mabebenta na ng 60,000 pesos or 50,000 pesos, hindi pa kayo kumikita dahil hindi nyo pa binebenta. Kung halimbawa, on the 10th year, ito ay binenta nyo na at nabenta nyo ng 65,000 pesos. Obviously, lumago yung 10,000 pesos nyo to 65,000 pesos. Dahil binenta nyo na, kayo ay kumita na. Of course, hindi automatic na porque lumago yung 10,000 pesos to 65,000 pesos, hindi automatic na kayo ay masaya o malungkot. Depende yan dun sa inyong paggagamitan o lalo na sa inyong financial targets. Maaaring iba masaya na dahil compared to a lend type of investments, yung 10,000 pesos niya ay 65,000 pesos compared dun sa isa na lend type of investment na totaling 18,000 pesos only. Maaaring malungkot ka or galit ka pa dahil inaasahan mo sana at least 80,000 pesos pero ang nakuha mo lang 65,000 pesos. So, hindi po porke lumago ay masasabi natin lahat ay satisfied, contented, or happy with their type of investment. Major difference, makikita nyo po ngayon between the lend and type of investment. Depende sa kanyang goal, sa benepisyo, the nature of investment, the process by which you did, whether it's a buy type or a lend type of investment, and the risk involved. Ang mga common examples of a lend type of investments are shown on the screen. Yung mga familiar tayong bank products, government securities, corporate bonds, yung mga insurance, anything that has a promise can be considered under a lend type of investment. Yung mga buy type of investment ay yung mga naririnig nating stock market, gold funds, kung kayo nagbabuy and sell or nag-forex trading, kapag kayo nagnenegosyo, ito ay buy type of investment as well. And of course, a very good example of buy type of investment, real estate or land banking. Ano ang kadalasan nakukuha or the common returns under the lend type products or lend type investments? Nakikita nyo po sa screen ngayon. Savings deposits, 0.5% to 1.5%. Depende sa klase ng bangko. From a rural bank to a universal bank. Time deposits can give you 2% to 3%. There are special deposit accounts that offer about 4% pero malaki ang minimum. I think umaabot from 500,000 to 1 million pesos, they can give you a higher SDA time deposit of about 4%. Government securities, yung nagpahiram ka sa pamahalaan ng Republika ng Pilipinas, last March, nung nag-alok ng retail treasury bonds para sa publiko, they were able to give 6% for those who are able to lend their money to the government for 5 years, or 7% for those who have a longer period of tenor, 7% a year for a 10-year government paper. Pwede kayong magpautang sa mga pribadong kumpanya, yung mga malalaki at kilalang kumpanya na maaaring tinatangkilik nyo ang mga produkto at serbisyo, they give higher returns, higher than the government securities can offer. Hindi po ibig sabihin na porke mas malaki yung corporate paper, ibig sabihin mas magaling sila or they are a better investment. From the basic investment rule that lagi namin binabahagi sa Colayco Foundation, the higher the return, the higher the risk. Paano naman po yung mga buy type of investments? Philippine stock market, as of yesterday, September 8, your Philippine stock market has grown 85% the past 5 years. Or an average, simple average po ito, hindi po ito compounding, simple average of 17% a year. Mutual funds, a pooled fund like FAMI Salef, mamaya introduce ko po sa inyo ang FAMI Salef, it has grown better than the stock market, 150% the past 5 years, or an average of 30% a year. Simple average. Please take note, the past 5 years, that included 2007, 2008. 2007, the start of the dawn of the global financial crisis, at noong 2008, when everything went down. Kasama na po yung panahon na yon. If you are into forex trading, meaning bumibili o hindi nyo pinapalit ang kinikita nyong US dollar, talo na po kayo ng 17.4% as of 5 years ago. Ibig sabihin, dapat mas maganda sana yung dollar nyo na-convert nyo kagad sa piso. Dahil yung piso nag-appreciate or yung dollar nag-depreciate 17.4% the past 5 years. There are two sources of income. Active income, passive income. What's the difference? Active income, kapalit ng sarili nyong oras, at kayo ay kumita dahil meron kayong ginawa dun sa kapalit ng inyong oras, kayo ay kumita, yung kita na yan ang tawag active income. Passive income, hindi kapalit ng inyong oras, meron kayong ginawa sa pera, nagbigay sa inyo ng kita, yung kita na yan ay passive income. Ang malaking pagkakaiba ng active income at passive income, active income, you earn it for a part of your life. Kadalasan, dun sa 72% na employed, retirement age, 60 or 65, tapos na ang pagiging active income earner ninyo. But passive income, you can earn all your life. Active income, kadalasan, is not within your control. Pag nagsara ang kumpanya, tinanggal kayo ng employer, tapos na ang pagiging active income, may it be temporary or permanent. Passive income is within your control. Kayo ang magpo-control when you will start and when you will stop.